natin maging presidente si Vice President Sara, talunin nyo na lang sa 2028. Ngayon, kung talagang may ginawa siyang masama, edi impeach, pero sa tamang paraan. I apologize if I'm emotional on this issue, but hindi tayo makawala eh. Ang daming mas importanteng issue, pero nakapako tayo sa issue na to. Thank you, dear colleagues, and thank you to the Filipino people for the opportunity to share my thoughts on this. So I vote for the motion of Senator Marcoleta.
Secretary will proceed.
Senator Cayetano.
Meron pong lumigaw sigurado sa inyo. Yung
Wag
unang
na
lumigaw sa inyo
yung
talagang...
diskusyon na yon. Hahaba ho ito. Mas mahaba po sa debate ng impeachment.
Ganito po yun eh. Tinapat nyo talaga. Ayaw nyo magtagal pa yun eh. At tama naman po yung ginawa ninyo. Ipinakita nyo sa kanya, pinaramdam nyo sa kanya talagang wala siyang maasahan. Kesa mapagod pa siya. Pero ang sabi niya sa inyo, ang sabi po niya sa inyo, pwede bang ako'y kahit papaano'y dadalaw-dalaw pa rin? Parang nag-MR.
Have this discussion today because we made this date public that on this day we will have this discussion. So, again, I'm trying hard to see how, other than disposing of the case using our residual powers following the instructions of the Supreme Court, we can further debate this issue. That is my dilemma, dear colleagues, Mr. President.
May I offer an answer, Mr. President?
Of course.
Pasensya na po kayo kung gagamit po ako ng paghahalimbawa. Nung pong kayo po ay medyo bata-bata po, Madam Senator, meron pong lumigaw sigurado sa inyo. Yung unang lumigaw sa inyo talagang...
Yung diskusyon na yon. Hahaba ho ito. Mas mahaba po sa debate ng impeachment.
Ganito po yun eh. Tinapat nyo talaga. Ayaw nyo magtagal pa yun eh. At tama naman po yung ginawa ninyo. Ipinakita nyo sa kanya, pinaramdam nyo sa kanya talagang wala siyang maasahan. Kesa mapagod pa siya. Pero ang sabi niya sa inyo, ang sabi po niya sa inyo, pwede bang ako'y kahit papaano'y dadalaw-dalaw pa rin? Parang nag-MR. Nasa sayo yun, but that will not change my mind. Ganun din po yun eh. Ang Korte Suprema, sa ganitong, Mr. President, the very tenor of the decision, kahit na po sinabi niyang, oh sige, nasa sayo. Formality na lamang po yun, Mr. President. You are a trial lawyer too. Most of us here became trial lawyers. This is our experience. Huwag po nating pahirapan yun. Sana man lang kung ang decision po 8-7. Yun po pwede nating pagtalunan po eh. Wala po talaga eh, Mr. President.
If I may, Mr. President, and I think that was a good analogy. Thank you for that. Napaisip niyo ho ako doon. I think what's interesting with His Honor's analogy is there are people, there's the public, I don't know, millions of people would like to understand ano ba yung final na kasong yon, may evidence ba? And totoo yan, di ba? Hindi natin matatanggal yon. So in the same way, yung manliligaw na walang pag-asa, gusto din niyang malaman na ano ba yung chances, ano ba yung nangyari, bakit ba meron kang ganitong conclusion, can I convince you otherwise? I think that's what His Honor is trying to say. And I think the public really want to know. Let the record show na tawang-tawa po si Senator Bato sa likod. But we really want to know, sino ba namang may ayaw malaman kung merong isang public official na naakusahan ng katiwalian? Lahat po tayo interesado doon eh, whether mahal mo yung taong yon, whether galit ka sa taong yon, you want to know the truth. Kasi kung naniniwala ka na innocent yung taong yon, gusto mong mapatunayan niya na innocent siya. At kung galit ka sa taong yon, gusto mong mapatunayan na guilty siya, hindi ba? But meron tayong kinikilalang Supreme Court na nagsasabing hindi nga dumaan sa tamang proseso. So kumbaga siguro sa example nyo, baka hindi dumaan sa tatay ko, hindi nagpaalam ng maayos. Di wala naman akong choice, kundi sabihin na wala kang pag-asa. Baka naman may pag-asa, pero I have to follow the rules of my father's house na hindi dumaan sa tamang proseso. So, dun ho tayo babalik, and as a lawyer, I have to say this na yun nga, we are governed by laws. And in as much as gusto ko rin malaman, bothered ho ako sa mga gantong akusasyon. The other day, our colleagues, merong privileged speech tungkol sa kalokohan dun sa paggagawa ng mga flood control. Gusto natin malaman, di ba? Ngayon, pagka yun na-discuss sa sa media, okay na, media siya. Pero walang papupuntahan yun kasi it should go to the proper process. May process yan sa halls of the Senate. We have hearings in aid of legislation, and then magre-recommend tayo na ma-ombudsman yan. So may proseso tayo. So yun ho siguro yung pinapatunguhan, dun ho papunta ang aking conclusion na in as much as the public deserves to know, because we all deserve to know, we also have to follow the process. And I share this with everyone kasi ang hirap lang talaga ng sitwasyon natin kung hindi tayo makikinig sa Supreme Court. Meron tayo in the Senate, Congress, we have our duties as co-equal bodies. Ang duties po namin kasama ang pagsiyasat ng budget ng lahat ng agency. So pati Supreme Court, budget niya, tinitingnan. Lahat ng Regional Trial Court, tinitingnan natin ang budget. That's our job as a co-equal. Sila naman, may job din sila na pagka may grave abuse of discretion, they have to also say it. They also have to make their position known, which they have. And I will repeat, ang sabi ng desisyon ng Korte Suprema, the Senate did not acquire jurisdiction, and this decision is immediately executory. So, I'm happy to listen. I don't know kung may magsasalita pa, pero I shared my views on this in the hope na marinig ko din yung views ng proponent. Nakikinig po ako sa mga kasamahan natin para ma-enlighten din po ako. But I'm guided also by my practice as a lawyer and my duty as a lawyer to also, I can disagree with the court. Wala tayong problema doon. We know that we have that personal right to disagree with the court. But we also have to, in the end, follow the court's orders, whether we agree with them or not.
Very quickly,
Thank you, Mr. President.
With the permission of Senators Marcoleta and...
What is the pleasure of Senator Pangilinan?
Just a quick interjection.
The gentleman may proceed.
Maybe to add to either the enlightenment or additional bewilderment of Senator Pia Cayetano. Yes, the Supreme Court ruled that we did not have jurisdiction. Yes, the Supreme Court ruled that it is immediately executory, but it makes you wonder why the Supreme Court did not issue a writ of injunction. So
Did not, sorry, I didn't hear that. It makes you wonder why.
Did not enjoin us, did not issue a writ. It could have, but it did not. So, yeah, your guess is as good as mine, because if they really wanted us to end this, then why didn't they enjoin us?
Just to add to the bewilderment and the enlightenment, what is there to enjoin when we never acquired jurisdiction according to them? What is the pleasure of the Honorable Ontiveros?
Thank you, Mr. President. Dalawang dagdag na punto lang para sa diskusyon natin. Precisely regarding the immediately executory na kababanggit lang ni Senator Pangilinan at inulit din kanina ng good gentleman from Tarlac at pati ng good gentlewoman from Taguig Pateros, immediately executory. Still, Mr. President, there is no defiance here dahil the ruling, hindi pa rin po final siya. And even if the ruling states that it is immediately executory, at kahit inulit po yun dun sa recent na anunsyo ng Korte Suprema tungkol sa MR, even if the ruling states that it is immediately executory, the court itself in many cases has explained that this does not mean self-executory. Immediately executory does not mean self-executory. Section 1, at ito taugnay ng kasasabi ni Senator Pangilinan, Section 1, Rule 39 of the 2019 Rules of Court states that execution shall issue as a matter of right on motion. This means that a writ of execution issued upon a motion is necessary for the execution of a decision. At this point, Mr. President, wala pa pong iniuutos ang Korte Suprema sa Senado. And secondly, at this point, Mr. President, bukod pa po kasi sa yung first group of complainants, yung House of Representatives mismo sa pamamagitan ng Solicitor General at yung isang bayan, meron pang isang importanteng entity, institusyon sa ating lipunan na nagsalita tungkol doon sa Supreme Court ruling. At ito po ay isang entity sa mass media, ang ABS-CBN. Meron po silang anunsyo, ABS-CBN news statement on articles cited in the Supreme Court decision on Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment. At gusto ko lang i-make of record dito, Mr. President. Sabi nila, ABS-CBN News respectfully clarifies that the article cited in the Supreme Court decision on the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte did not state that the House of Representatives transmitted the articles of impeachment to the Senate without a plenary vote. The ABS-CBN statement, Mr. President, calls into question the factual premises of the SC decision. Isa po ito sa binabanggit na numerous factual errors. If the very factual premises were wrong, the legal conclusion cannot be relied upon. With due respect, salamat po, Mr. President.
Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, last but not the least is a quick manifestation from the distinguished gentleman from Palawan, Senator Erwin Tulfo. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Senator Erwin Tulfo is recognized. You may proceed, sir, if the gentleman will so yield.
Yes, Mr. President.
Ginoong Pangulo, bilang bagong senador, ako po ay nais ko pong maliwanagan dahil kanina pa po ako nagugulamihanan sa mga pangyayari. Dahil 3 motion po ang nakasala ngayon, motion to dismiss, motion to table, motion to archive. Yung pagkaintindi ko po ngayong araw, 2 lang po ang ating pagdidesisyonan. Kung tayo ay i-dismiss na natin ito, o tayo po ay magkakaroon ng trial. At nag-aantay po ang taong bayan. At lumalalim na po ang gabi. Kaya ang tanong ko po ngayon, are we actually going to vote later or sa ilang saglit? At ano po ang ating pagbobotohan, Ginoong Pangulo? Yan lamang po.
To answer the query of the good gentleman, there are only 2 pending motions. The motion to table by the distinguished Minority Floor Leader, which has precedence over the earlier motion of Senator Marcoleta, supposedly to dismiss, but that he acceded to amend it accordingly, and he will state the motion before we put it to a vote after we dispose of the motion of the Minority Floor Leader to table. So 2 lang po yung pagbobotohan at dahil sabi ng kagalang-galang ng puno mayoriya na kayo na po yung huling magmamanifest, tutungo na po tayo doon.
Pwede na tayo doon.
Maraming salamat po.
With that, Mr. President, and no member wishes to interpolate, the Minority Leader is also seeking the floor. I move that
The
he be
Minority
recognized,
Leader
Mr.
is
President.
recognized. What is your pleasure, sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one last push, so to speak.
The gentleman may proceed.
We're not saying that we defy the Supreme Court decision. We're simply saying, wait. Patience is a virtue. Yung analogy kasi na sa panliligaw, dismiss mo na kagad. Although merong mga matintimang birhing bumigay. Mas magandang analogy ito, Mr. President. In a basketball game, crucial, finals, world championship, merong review ng foul ang referee. Review muna. Dahil may foul eh. Ang gusto ng isang team, maglaro pa rin kahit nire-review. It's as simple as that. So, why not listen to the possibility of not dismissing but not accepting to table. And then we can bring it out anytime. Again, dun sa sinasabing Supreme Court has never considered a unanimous. It has. And the Supreme Court also spoke. Sabi nila, the immediately executory, they are not considered final until the lapse of the prescribed period without so and so and so. Supreme Court din mismo may sabi niyan eh. Yun lamang po. Hopefully, kung speculation na pinag-uusapan natin, stating that the Supreme Court will not reverse its unanimous decision is also speculative. So, pagbigyan natin to, Mr. President, sunod tayo, pero ilagay naman natin sa lugar. Medyo, ang Senado naman dapat itaas natin ang integridad, reputasyon. Hindi tayo, pag sinabing tumalon, tatalon. Pakinggan naman natin muna dahil maraming mali. Maraming error ang House. May error din yung Supreme Court decision, obviously. So you cannot right a wrong by another wrong. Thank you, Mr. President.
Noted. Senator Allen.
Mr. President.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President.
So, I'm discussing with the minority leader, trying to pursue a wording that will articulate our collective intent of the Senate. May I just mention and have a few, maybe 2 minutes with what Senator Risa, the esteemed senator, said. Yung spirit kasi ng Constitution, once ka lang pwede ma-impeach sa 1 taon. At very clear po, pati po yung esteemed, I do recognize our the former chairman of the COMELEC, who, if he did not qualify me, I would not have become a councilor. Christian Munsod, our esteemed legal luminaries are here po. Alam nyo po, in all the books nakalagay doon, bakit may 1-year ban? Kasi nga, hindi daw dapat guluhin ng guluhin yung impeachable officer all throughout the year. Dapat isa lang. So yung spirit ng decision, nung sinabi ng BARD na, bigyan mo siya hanggang 1 year, hanggang February 6. Pero lumabas tayo sa legal. Ipa-floating muna natin to. I-dribble muna natin. Tignan muna natin. When is the soonest that the Supreme Court can decide? The next 15, 30 days? By September 1, simula na ng budget hearing sa House. By late September, simula na tayo sa Senate. Baha, DepEd, gamot, trabaho, lahat yan, inaasikaso natin. Kung walang choice at isasabay natin impeachment hapon, impeachment umaga, legislation, bakit hindi? Pero hindi ba dapat bigyan din natin ng katahimikan yung ating bansa at least until February 6? Na sinabi na ng Supreme Court, barred, mali ang proseso, tuldukan na rin natin sa Senado. So, ang isa na lang po ang pinag-uusapan natin, which I want to give honor and thank the minority leader na, pero may appeal. So, whether or not the Senate says tuldukan na natin, nandun pa rin sa Supreme Court yung appeal. Would it be acceptable both to Senator Marcoleta and to the minority? What if we word the motion that we move to adhere to the decision of the Supreme Court in Duterte versus period? Huwag na natin ilagay sa dulo kung dismiss area. Merely adhering. Kasi nasa decision naman, nasa loob na naman ng decision na void ab initio and executory right away. So I don't know if that's acceptable. No? I'm trying to think of a word. Adhere. Even obey kasi baka ma-misinterpret na because some of us say na wala tayong choice to obey, some think na wag tayo subservient, di ba? But adhere might be a good word. Senator Marcoleta, are we getting closer or medyo lumayo?
I think, Mr. President, we're getting closer, except that we should put some operative words there that would indicate the closure of this very issue.
Mr. President, what if it's we move to for the Senate to adhere to the Senate to the Supreme Court decision in Duterte versus House of Representatives and hereby terminate whatever unless or until certain time na may Mr. President, may I ask the good sponsor, is it can we mention the appeal?
I don't think so, Mr. President. Yes. I think we can only
because
adhere.
It's immediately executory.
Well, I think in obedience to the decision of the Supreme Court, the Senate adheres to it and put to rest.
Let me put it another way, Mr. President. If a motion is approved to act upon the decision and to adhere to the decision, am I correct, Mr. President, that that will be the decision, that will be in our journal, and then by operation of administrative process in the Senate, everything that has to do with the impeachment will be sent to the archives?
That is correct, Your Honor. That is the
I yield to
administrative procedure
Yes.
that will logically follow.
I yield to my colleagues, Mr. President. I'm just trying to
Senator
come up
Zubiri
with a
is
consensus.
Mr. President, I think the operative word today, if we do decide to act on the matters, to archive, as the precedents with former Ombudsman Gutierrez and former Chief Justice Davide. My question is...
Former President Estrada.
Former President Estrada, my apologies. Today, one of our Senate resolutions was archived. This is resolution number 35. And it's really simple, a simple amendment to the rules. But my question, Mr. President, is nothing can stop us from pulling it out of the archives and taking it over once again in plenary. Is that correct, Mr. President?
That is correct, Your Honor. Besides, although the Supreme Court said that the Senate never acquired jurisdiction and that the articles of impeachment are void, null and void ab initio from the beginning, we cannot deny the fact that the articles of impeachment were in fact sent to the Senate, that the Senate convened and sent out certain orders and summons, and these are all part of the records. So it's but natural, although it was declared unconstitutional and that the Senate never acquired jurisdiction, for us to still include that as part of the records of the Senate, because it is part of the Senate's history.
Yes, and precedence tells us that we have done so in the past.
That is correct, Your Honor.
So, would it be proper to say that it will be archived without prejudice to the decision from the final decision of the Supreme Court from the motion for reconsideration? I mean, it's the same thing, without prejudice. We do that with the bills. We approve it on second reading without prejudice. But each and every one of us here questioning second reading approval, they have 3 days in which we can act upon it.
Well, Your Honor, whether you state that or not, we can bring it out of the archives by a majority vote anyway. So it's
Yes.
at the pleasure. It's with the pleasure of the body if the body will agree to include that phrase or not. But
Thank you
in
for the
relation to
clarity,
Senator
Mr. President.
Cayetano's suggestion, Senator Marcoleta, if we simply vote in your case, not the motion to table, to adhere, once that decision becomes final, meaning to say after the lapse of the period for a member who voted with the winning side, on the winning side, to seek a reconsideration, the natural effect, without being included in your motion today, would be to archive it. And by virtue of the manifestation of former Senate President Zubiri, if circumstances change, nothing prevents the body, plenary, from making the corresponding motion, putting it to a vote, and reflect the change in circumstances, if any.
That will be acceptable, Mr. President.
Thank you, Your Honor. Senator Soto?
Mr. President, somehow parallel to what you're discussing, perhaps we could consider, no, and I would like to call the attention of the original proponent of this position, Senator Alan Cayetano, who was former Speaker of the House, to adhere to the Supreme Court decision upon its final disposition. In meantime, table or archive upon whatever your pleasure would be. At least, maliwanag sa atin na upon its final disposition, na may motion for reconsideration. We're still giving that chance of a motion for reconsideration.
If I may, Your Honor, if you will indulge me. If I may state the working motion to adhere to the July 25, 2025 decision of the Supreme Court declaring the articles of impeachment null and void ab initio, and that the Senate did not acquire jurisdiction over the same. We can stop there. And then, as I said, after the vote becomes final, on Monday or Tuesday, if no one will seek a reconsideration, to archive it. If there is no change, then it remains in the archives and nothing needs to be done. If the Supreme Court reverses itself, however possible or impossible that may be, then we will entertain a motion to bring it out of the archives. Bring it out of the archives and act accordingly again in obedience to the Supreme Court decision. So,
Sir President, sabi po ng preamble ng Philippine Constitution, we, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessing of independence and democracy under the rule of law, a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, peace, do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. Nanumpa po tayo na susundin natin tong Constitution na to. Madali pong sumumpa, mahirap to pa rin. Madali pong sumumpa na susundin kung naniniwala tayo sa desisyon. Paano kung hindi tayo naniniwala sa desisyon? Paano kung ang tinatanggal ngayong hapon na to ay si President Marcos at ayaw kong maging presidente si Vice President Sara Duterte? Will I have the courage to follow the same decision? That is the test I apply to myself today. Tinignan ko po ang Supreme Court decision, solid po. Hindi nito inaalis ang kapangyarihan sa House to initiate impeachment. February 6 po, sigurado yan. In fact, before February 6, may Quadcom na, magiging Glorieta na yan soon. Tuloy-tuloy po yan, yung mga investigasyon na yon, kasi ganun ang politika sa Pilipinas. I hope yung sa baha, imbestigahan din. I hope yung sa corruption, sa smuggling, sa karami-rami nating utang, not only this administration, last administration, 10 administrations. We in this room are all for accountability, but tama yung Supreme Court sa tamang panahon, tamang proseso. Jeremiah 29:11 tells us, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Plano ng Diyos, pagpalain tayo. Pero plano ng Diyos, durugin tayo. So, I remember this episode, I think it was in Twilight Zone, and it was also many, many times portrayed on television. What if nakilala mo si Hitler when he was 6 years old? Or when he was a baby, papatayin mo ba siya? I think even sa psychology or philosophy classes, tinatanong to ng mga professors, what if you had that unique opportunity, nakatabi mo si Hitler nung 6 years old siya, papatayin mo ba siya? Ang hirap sagutin nun. Of course, for us who believe that thou shall not murder, ang sagot madali. But what if you could have prevented the worst human rights violations in the world, the Holocaust? What if you could have prevented such fire of fascism that it actually swept, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, nag-Time Magazine of the Year pa si Hitler. I wonder what our answer is. But I know my answer here today. If you kill Hitler when you are 6 years old, if you justify the ends by the means, you will create more Hitlers. So if the Vice President is guilty, dapat po siya ay i-impeach. Pero sa tamang panahon at tamang proseso. Nagsalita ng Korte Suprema na mali ang proseso, mali ang panahon. But yun po, Mr. President, sana kung ano ang discussion since February 5 dito na nakatuon kay Vice President Sara Duterte, sana kung sino ang guilty sa mga baha, ganun din tayo. Hindi naman siguro si Sara ang gumawa ng mga baha. Sana po kung ano ang cause ng pagkabansot or stunting yung corruption, ganun din. Araw-araw talagang wag natin tantanan. Lastly, Mr. President, may I make an appeal to the media, our friends, the vloggers, yung iba nandito, political analysts, advocates, school deans, etc. Nakalagay kasi dito, we all agree on a regime of truth. Parati na lang ang vloggers ang nasasabihan na fake news. Alam nyo po, marami tayong political analyst ngayon, di naman sila analyst eh. Ang ibig sabihin ng analyst, provides objective, non-partisan, data-driven explanation of political events, systems, and trends. Ang ibig sabihin naman ng advocate, champions a specific cause, policy, or interest group to influence public opinion and policy decisions in favor of their positions. Wala namang masama dun eh. So kung ikaw ay advocate, sabihin mo na lang. Pero mag-a-appear ka sa TV, magpapa-interview ka, sasabihin mo political analyst. Pero gusto mo lang, bata mo maging presidente, nililito mo pa ang tao eh. Ganun din po, ilan beses kami binugbog dito nung iba, na ang sabi, bawal daw ang isang senator judge na mag-move to dismiss. Pero sila din ngayon ang nagsasabi sa mga senator judge, mag-MR kayo sa Supreme Court. Saan ka kayo nakakita na hindi pwede mag-motion to dismiss? Judges dismisses cases because of no jurisdiction. Ang CA, 3 sila o 5. Hindi nyo lang nakikita sa publiko at hindi sila mag-move kasi sila lang nag-uusap. Ang Supreme Court, hindi ba dinismiss nila? Hindi ba sinabi nila no jurisdiction? Tayo kasi dito nag-usap sa hall na to. So natural, hindi naman pwedeng si Senator Batorni ay tumingin lang sa akin tapos maisip niya, dismiss. Walang manifestation dito na hindi sinasabi. My point, Mr. President, is that yung sinabi ni Mahatma Gandhi nangyayari na sa Pilipinas eh. Sabi ni Mahatma Gandhi, if it's an eye for an eye, the whole world will go blind. Let's make our stand. Ilang beses ko narinig dito sa hall na to, ang taong bayan, ang taong bayan, ang taong bayan. Eh, hindi ba naman lahat naman tayo halal ng taong bayan eh, di ba? Hindi ba pwedeng sabihin ko na lang, ang opinion ni Alan Cayetano, isa lang naman ako eh. Ang opinion ni Joel Villanueva, ang opinion ni Mocha Uson, isa lang naman siya. Pero yung sabihin ko sa inyo, guys, ang opinion ng civil society, ang opinion ng masa, ang opinion ng taong bayan, dapat makonvict. Are we not overstepping and are we not confusing rather than enlightening our political processes? Yes, you might think this is a different Alan Cayetano from the impeachment of President Estrada, impeachment of President Arroyo, impeachment of, yung hindi natuloy na impeachment kay CJ Davide, sa impeachment ni CJ Corona. But aren't we supposed to be wiser? At hindi ba tama naman yung sinabi ng Supreme Court? Dapat may impeachment, pero hindi dapat gamitin ito ng magkalaban lang sa politika.